Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Your favorite team is ass, but it's okay because I'm going to tell you how to fix it. Well, I can't actually fix it because I'm not a real GM, but you get the point. Anyways, we're starting with the Los Angeles Lakers. Dear Luka, have you tried eating less? I know you can do it because whenever pictures come out of you kicking it back home in Slovenia or wherever the fuck, you look kinda shit. Then you come back to the States and just eat Texas barbecue and Shake Shack for breakfast. Lock in. Also, the Lakers need to get themselves a center. If they even had a somewhat capable center in that Minnesota series, there's a big chance that they go on to the second round. Houston Rockets. The Rockets are kind of in a weird situation here. You can decide to continue to develop your young stars and trust Amen Thompson to continue to grow into an all-star caliber player and hope that Sengun and Jalen Green continue to improve. But let's just be honest, Jalen Green's development is probably going to take a while. And if you're looking to win now rather than in the future, your first step is probably going to be moving him and someone like Tari Eason for a guy like KD or Devin Booker. Denver Nuggets. This offseason, the Nuggets are going to have to run some risks. Because if we're being honest, even if Aaron Gordon didn't get injured before Game 6, they weren't talented enough to win another championship. And if you paid attention to this team during the regular season at all, it was painfully obvious all season long. The obvious thing to say is they need to get some quality role players and get a deeper bench. But also, their starting lineup might not be good enough either. Christian Brown has improved a lot over the course of last season, but even still, I don't think they can win a championship with him as their starting shooting guard. And someone as inconsistent as MPJ at small forward isn't a great look either. The Nuggets are probably better off with Braun and Strother getting buckets off the bench with Russ anyhow. And I personally think the Nuggets should go for a guy like DeMar DeRozan or even Trey Murphy III this summer. That would be huge. Outside of the untouchables, which are probably just Jokic, Murray, and Gordon, the Nuggets should be willing to give up whatever it takes to get Trey Murphy on their roster. Offensively, he's literally just another MPJ, but what I truly admire about his game is his defense. The guy will clamp your favorite wing with ease. He's a real stopper. He averaged 21, 5, and 3.5 assists this year. Also, he played that well by himself on an injury-riddled Pelicans roster. Imagine what he could do with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Lord have mercy. Also, some role players that I think could kill with Denver are dudes like Davion Mitchell and Talon Horton Tucker. The Los Angeles Clippers. I don't even know what to say. You should probably give up on James Harden, but then it's like, what are you even looking to get in return? You'd still need a point guard. If I'm the Clippers, the Kawhi Leonard and James Harden experiment was cool. You failed miserably, but hey, for the first time ever, Clippers felt like it was actually something to have hope about. You guys really almost beat the Nuggets. That was exciting. I was rooting for you. But now, it might be time to move on from both Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Guys, if Julius Randle opts out of his contract, he's a free agent this summer. So is Nickeil Alexander-Walker and your precious Naz Reid. I don't know why nobody talks about this. If you aren't able to resign these guys, you'd essentially be letting them all walk for free. That's a big loss to get nobody in return for. Also, your starting point guard is a 37-year-old Mike Conley is going on his 19th season in the NBA. I love the idea of keeping him and letting him play somewhat of a six-man role, but you've got to upgrade your point guard if you want to be taken seriously. Oh, also, you have Rudy Gobert, who you gave your whole future for, and he's not even playable in a lot of these fourth quarters, unless they're playing the Lakers, apparently. The Golden State Warriors. Naz Reid. He's exactly the type of guy that would thrive over in the Bay. Long dude standing at 6'9", he can attack the paint, he has the handle, and most importantly, he's a shooter! He's essentially a more polished and veteranized version of the rookie Quinton Post, who was awful during the postseason. Secondly, the Warriors got to let Kuminga go at this point. Steve Kerr doesn't like his fit, and despite what Draymond or the media thinks about him as a player, if Kerr doesn't like him, he's not even going to get any real opportunities to bring value to the team. He's a restricted free agent this summer, meaning he can go to any team he agrees on a contract with, but the Warriors do reserve the right to match any offer he receives. And after that recent postseason situation, I have a hard time imagining the Warriors will try to match his offers. It looks like both sides are ready to move on from each other. Some other players I'd recommend they shoot for are Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and if they can't get Naz Reid, Bobby Portis should be a very solid alternative that can add even more championship pedigree. The Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, this is going to sound stupid, and that's because it is. Move Desmond Bane, some draft picks, and like Scottie Pippen Jr., and pair Ja Morant and JJJ with Kawhi Leonard. F it, what do you have to lose? You need another guy that can get a bucket in isolation and create for himself. And also, this just sounds like a fun team. F it, we ball! Sacramento Kings, rebuild. Domantas Sabonis isn't going to carry you. I didn't think I needed to say this, but Sabonis is probably not good enough to be a #1 option on a championship contending team. Blow it all up and rebuild. The Dallas Mavericks. You lucky bastards got Cooper Flag. Don't let Nico Harrison trade him away too, and you're going to be in great shape for a very, very long time. The Phoenix Suns. You have to move KD at any and all costs. Whatever happens, you just can't run back the same team. Phoenix fans are genuinely exhausted from this failure of an experiment. I wish I could say you should move Bradley Beal as well, but he's easily on one of, if not the worst contracts in sports. He's on a 5-year, $251 million contract, and to make matters even worse, he got himself a no-trade clause. Do you realize how insane that is? Only 10 players in NBA history have had no-trade clauses. The only other players to ever get a no-trade clause are LeBron James, David Robinson, John Stockton, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, and of course, Bradley Beal. The Portland Trailblazers. The Blazers found their secret weapon in Denny Avdija. And now they just need to get a real veteran guard that can help develop Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe. Similar to Cleveland, your best hope is development and trades. Because again, who wants to move to Portland? I really wish you guys could get CP3. I don't think it's realistic, but damn, that'd be major for you guys. I remember what he did for that OKC team in 2020. I genuinely believe OKC's in the finals right now because of the wisdom and example Chris Paul set and showered SGA and those guys with back in 2020. So a focus and priority for you guys should be getting a point guard like Chris Paul to just teach these guys how to win. You guys need someone to teach you guys how to be real winners. With Dame gone, CJ McCollum gone, all of your real vets are gone. It's just time. It's time. The San Antonio Spurs. Unfortunately, it seems Coach Pop's health hasn't improved a whole lot, and he officially won't be able to return to basketball operations as head coach. And that's super devastating, but he seems to be taking it about as well as somebody could handle such a situation. Prayers out to Coach Pop, and also shout out to the new San Antonio Spurs head coach, Mitch Johnson. He seems to be one of the smarter minds in the league. He's well respected. On another sad note, there hasn't been any major reports on Victor Wembanyama's blood clot on his shoulder. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We've seen what the worst case scenario could be with how Chris Bosh's career came to an end, but I'm going to choose to believe it's a good thing and it's not getting worse because, come on, everyone loves Wemby. Assuming he does come back healthy, the Spurs are in a great position. Though they missed out on Cooper Flag, they did manage to get a second pick, and they also do have De'Aaron Fox and Rookie of the Year Stephon Castle. Now they have the talent and some more draft capital while still retaining some of their really great vets in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. The New Orleans Pelicans. Trade Zion. Trade Zion. Trade Zion. Oh yeah, did I mention you should trade Zion? Zion just isn't meant to be New Orleans Pelican. It's true. The food at his disposal over there is too much for the guy. He can't stay in shape. He's way too injury prone thanks to his weight. But on the bright side, because of the incentives and weight restrictions you guys attached to his most recent contract, he still has a ton of trade value. You could probably get a seriously great haul in return for the guy. To the Cavs. Side note, just a reminder that DeJounte Murray tore his Achilles, man. He probably won't play until the end of next season, if at all. And the Pelicans still have him under a 4-year, $114 million deal. And finally, the Utah Jazz. Isaiah Collier is the future. No, I'm kidding. Well, kinda. I don't even know what you guys should do. I guess you should just keep rebuilding. But also, tanking doesn't even guarantee you a good pick anymore. So honestly, you might have to just throw prayer up. Good luck, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watch pretty much every team except for the Utah Jazz. This is the one team I can't get myself to watch. I don't know what it is. Utah just got no aura. I can't bring myself to sit down and watch Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen hoop. I can't do it. Also, they're injury riddled half the time. I can't. I got better things to do. Okay. Also, feel free to check out my newsletter, Roby Report. If you enjoy the content and also enjoy reading, that's going to be a great place for you to also keep in touch with the NBA, NFL, UFC, and really every sport I enjoy. If there's any interest at all, I'm thinking I'll probably start posting 1 to 2 articles a week. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter over there. I'll be putting the link to Roby Report in the description below. It's also attached to my social media links on my homepage. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn those noties on. Matista signing out.